Now, we are discussing about this 0 degree and 360 degree. That is like how many times in a day, like, or in 12 hours time, how many times like we are going to see the meeting of these hour hand and minute hand. So for the first time that we had imagined, is 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Yes. 12 o'clock. Yes. After 12, somewhere after 105, then next after 210, after 315, then after 420, then after 525, after 630, after 735, yes, then after 840, after 945, after 945, and after 1050, after 1050. Now next, after what? We missed this one because the next time is what? 12 itself. So tell me, from 12 to 12, from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m., how many times we saw these minute hand and hour hands meeting? Actually, it is 11 times. But if you count this 12 also, it will be 12. But when we are counting, like from 12, we should not take the 12 again. Getting my point? When you have started the counting from 12, you should not take that 12 again as the count. Because from here we start, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do we count 1 again? So 12 numbers are there, right? So similarly, like from 12 to 12, they will meet 11 times. So you can take this fact, this one, 0 degree or 360 degree, that is between hour hand and minute hand. How many times? 11 times. 11 times in 12 hours. So how many times in 24 hours? 22 times in. So this is a fact now. Okay. For 0 degree, our reference time is what? 12 o'clock, right? For 0 degree, our reference time is 12 o'clock. What about 180 degree now? What is the reference time for 180 degree? Like the complete number of hours at 180 degree. Do you get at 12 o'clock? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. At 6 o'clock we get 180 degree. So for 180 degree, our reference time is what? 6 o'clock. Okay. Similarly, if you check for 180 degree, this pulley is so small. Yeah, now 6 o'clock. Yeah, 180 degree. So next time, when you see this 180 degree, after 7, that too after 7.5, not exactly at 7.5. It is similar to that 1.5, not exactly 1.5, after 1.5. But if you check at the number of minutes that it has passed will be same. At 1.5 and 7.5, we got some confusion. No, it is not exactly 1.5, it is not exactly 7.5. When you come across the calculation remains the same. But here after 7 o'clock, there after 1 o'clock. Similarly, when you take 8.10, somewhere after 8.10, somewhere after 8.10, not exactly at 8.10, some minutes after 8.10. Yes, so 2.10, can you imagine 2.10 when they had coincided? If you look at the minute hand, it is exactly there. When we had seen the minute hand and hour hand coincided, at the same time, now the minute hand is there. Getting my point? So for 180 degree and 0 degree, we come across the same calculation. I'll tell you how exactly we have to calculate. Similarly for 9:15, somewhere after 9:15, yes? Yeah, you understood now? So in 12 hours time, we will have one lapse. In 12 hours time, we'll have one lapse. So for 6 o'clock, after 7.5, after 8.10, after 9.15, after 10.20, after 11.25, after 12.30, then after 1.35, then after 2.40, then after 3.45, after 4.50, yes, then after 5.55, after 5.55, where we will have the straight angle 6. So it is also 11 times. So for 180 degree also you take the same facts. 11 times in 12 hours, but here the reference time is 6 to 6. Yeah, understood? So similarly, for 90 degrees, see 180 degree also the entire same thing only will repeat here. Okay. Now for 90 degree, what is the reference time? Reference time 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So if I do the exercise now, see, just try to imagine. I don't want to show by clock because I want to imagine. I want you to imagine. Okay. After 3 o'clock, where they will have 90 degrees? After 3 o'clock, where they will have 90 degree? Somewhere close to 335. Imagine. I want you to imagine now. Somewhere close to 335. Somewhere close to 4.5. Imagine. I'll give a few seconds to imagine. 4.5. Then somewhere close to 4.40. 4.40. Then somewhere close to 5.10. Somewhere close to 5.45. Somewhere close to 6.15. Somewhere close to 6.50. Somewhere close to what? 7.20. Somewhere close to 7.55. Then somewhere close to 9.30. Somewhere close to 9.30. Between 9.25. Sorry, 9.30 and 9.35. Sorry, 8.25. I'm sorry, 8.25. Then next time is 9. So here also 11 times, but in 6 hours. From 3 to 9, how many times we got? 11. So for 90 degrees, like between hour hand and minute hand, if you take, 6 hours time period, 11 times in 6 hours, 22 times in 12 hours, and 44 times in got it? So now important degrees 0 or 360 degree, 180 degree and 90. Yeah. You can tell me. Okay, don't feel that you know like discomfort. You can tell me, sir, 24 hours there. Yeah, I'll accept. Yeah. So 44 times. So 0 degree or 360 degree, 11 times in 12 hours, 22 times in 24 hours. Similarly, 180 degree, 11 times in 12 hours and 22 times in 24 hours. So 90 degrees, like double the number. So after these two, that is 0 degree or 360 degree or 180 degree, all other angles in the world, they are going to repeat for these many times. Is that okay? All other times in the world, maybe you take 45 degree. You check, you will get 44 times in one day. Understand? Only the restrictions are for 0 degree or 360 degree or 180 degree. Restriction only for them. Otherwise, all other angles in the world, we get these many times. Done? No issues? Understood? Yep. Okay. Now, few questions. At what time between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m.? I'll come to this question later. Let us look into 0 degree first. Yeah. What is the time when the hour hand and minute hand coincided? See, before this one, I will give the exact time for all the coincidences. First time after 12 o'clock, where did they meet? Somewhere close to 1.5, not exactly at 1.5. Yes. Now tell me, if I use this formula, theta is equal to 60 hours with a difference of 11 minutes by 2. So how do I write? At 12 o'clock, no? Sorry, at after 1. I'm sorry, after 1. After 1, where they will coincide. So this is what? Theta is equal to 0 right now. Theta has to be 0, right, when they are coinciding. So this is 60 hours means 60 into 12. Sorry, 60 into 1. H is 1, right? And with the difference of 11 minutes divided by 2 is equal to 0 degree, right? Yes or no? Are you able to understand this or not? Theta is equal to 0. Hour is equal to 1. So now, see, this will become what? 2 will come here, it will become 0. Now, the difference between 60 and 11 minutes is equal to what? 0. So basically these two have to be equal. When you get the difference of these two terms as 0, yes or no? 11 minutes should be equal to 60. So what is equal to m? 60 by 11. Okay, fine. So can you calculate 60 by 11? These are minutes. 60 by 11 minutes. So this is equal to 5 integer 5 by 11 minutes. Yes or no? So after 5 minutes, these many minutes we have to wait. That is close to half a minute, right? 5 by 11 is close to half a minute, but not exactly this one. So now this 5 integer 5 by 11 is nothing but 5 minutes and 5 by 11 minutes. Yes or no? 5 minutes and 5 by 11 minutes. So can you convert this 5 by 11 minutes into seconds? It is close to 30 seconds actually, but not exactly. So for converting this minute into second, what do we do? Multiply by 60 seconds. M is nothing but 60 seconds. So 5 minutes here and 5 by 11 into 60 seconds. So this is equal to 5 minutes and 5 into 60 is 300 divided by 11 seconds. Now, when I calculate, this is equal to 5 minutes. 11 twos are 22. Then 80 is left. 11 sevens are. Here you close the business. So 5 minutes and 27 seconds. See, this is 60 by 11 minute. That is nothing but 5 integer 5 by 11 minute. 5 integer 5 by 11 minutes means these minutes more than 5 minutes. I take this 5 minutes separately. And I want to convert this 5 by 11 minutes into seconds. So this is 5 by 11 into 60 seconds. So this 5 by 11 into 60 seconds is nothing but 300 by 11 seconds. So that is nothing but 27 seconds. So it is not exactly at 5 minutes. It is somewhere close to 5.5 minutes or exactly 5 minutes 27 seconds. Got it? Now tell me, this 60 by 11 is our hope, or this is that time. Yeah, I'll come to this question later. Now, this 60 by 11 is a magical fraction for us. Now, after 1 o'clock, if you are finding the time, after 1 o'clock, you are finding the minutes where exactly they have coincided. After 1 o'clock, you just take this 60 by 11 and multiply by 1. After 2 o'clock, take this 60 by 11, multiply by 2. After 3 o'clock, take this 60 by 11 into 3. You will get the answer. That's it. Where they are meeting, see how many hours are done. See how many hours are done. Or imagine the minute hand. Imagine the minute hand. For example, after 1 o'clock, the minute hand has crossed 1. When it is meeting, it has crossed 1. Think of that number and 60 by 11 into that number. Okay, after 2 o'clock, the minute hand has crossed 2. Yes, so 60 by 11 into 2. After 3 o'clock, the minute hand has crossed 3. So 60 by 11 into 3. So those many minutes you will get. For example, this question. What is the time when the hour hand and minute hand has coincided after 3 p.m.? So imagine after 3 p.m. where they will be. Here? Yeah. So think of only minute hand now. After 3 o'clock, the minute hand has crossed 3. Take that 3 and multiply by 60 by 11. So now 60 by 11, 60 by 11 into 3, because minute hand has crossed 3. Simple. So this is what? 180 by 11. These many minutes. This is equal to what? 11 ones are 11, 11 16s are 6, 4 is left. 16 integer 4 by 11 minutes. Yes. So this is nothing but 16 minutes and 4 by 11 minutes. Minute convert into seconds. 16 minutes into 4 by 11 into 60 seconds. This is equal to 16 minutes and 4 into 60, 240 by 11 seconds. Or this is equal to 16 minutes and 11 twos are 22, 11 ones are 11, close it, 11 minutes and 21 seconds. Always take that number and multiply by 60 by 11. Is that okay? Is that okay? No problem. No problem whatsoever. You should say yes or no. So 60 by 11 multiply by wherever the minute hand has crossed. Done? Any doubt? See, be open, okay? I may look scary, but I'm very jovial person, like. So don't go by my face or something, or by my personality, okay? Don't get scared away. Yeah. Whenever you have a doubt or some dissent or some kind of, like fight also, if you want to make, you can fight. No issues at all. We'll have fun with that one. Yeah. So understood this one? So where they will meet? 3 hours, 16 minutes and somewhere close to this. Yeah. Yes. This is not exact. Because when we go on finding this one, seconds, again we can find the answer in milliseconds, microseconds. Don't go there. Just stop after like 2 digits in seconds. That's it. Done? No problem? Yeah. The previous one. What time between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. they make straight angle? They are asking about what? 180 degree. For this also the same calculation I told you, because when the minute hand has come to that position, maybe for making 0 degree or maybe for making 180 degree, its position is fixed. I showed you during 2:10 where exactly will be the minute hand. During 8:10 also where exactly will be the minute hand. Yes. Now your imagination has to be perfect with respect to the position of minute hand. Between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m., to make the angle of 180 degree, where will be the minute hand? It has crossed what number? It is making straight angle 180 degree, not coincidence. Where? You tell me the number which has been crossed by a minute hand. It has crossed 6, right? In your imagination it is coming somewhere after 12:30. Your answer has to be somewhere in 30s. So your minute hand is between 6 and 7. It has crossed 6. So take 6 and multiply by 60 by 11. Your problem is over. So 60 by 11 into 6. This is equal to 360 by 11. 11 3s are 11 2s are. Then we are left with what? 8 by 11 seconds. Sorry, minutes. So 32 minutes and 8 by 11 minutes. 8 by 11 minutes. You can directly tick here, no problem. So 8 by 11, convert it into seconds. Instead of minute, I am taking 60 seconds. So this is 32 minutes and what? 480 divided by 11 seconds. So 32 minutes, then 11 4s are, 11 3s are. So 32 minutes, 43 seconds. So look at the time, 12:32, 43. Yes. Just imagine where the minute hand is in whatever the question. Multiply by 60 by 11, especially for 0 degree and 180 degree. Full angle or straight angle. Just imagine where the minute hand has gone. It has crossed what number? Multiply by 60 by 11. Done? No issues? Yeah. Next. Now, this fact we have learned, right? In 24 hours, how many times do hour hand and minute hand make an angle of 90 degree? 44 times. Yes? This is very good question, okay? This is up to your imagination. How many times are an hour hand and minute hand of a clock at right angles during their motion from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m.? See, what is the reference time for 90 degree? 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock? So you can easily imagine the position of the minute hand and hour hand at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. But they have not asked exactly 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So somewhere the odd times. So from where? 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. But we know the number of counts from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. From 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. So how many hours totally? Between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m.? 6 hours. Now tell me, in 6 hours, how many times they will have right angles? 11 times, correct? But if I ask you to count both 3 and 9, see, in 0 degree, if I ask you to count both 12s, the first 12 and the last 12, so how many times they will meet each other? 12 times, correct? If I ask you to count from 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock for a straight angle, 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock, even count the first 6 o'clock and the last 6 o'clock. So in 12 hours, again they will meet 12 times. So from 3 to 9, you have to count 3 also, you have to count 9 also. So how many times they will have right angles? 12 times. Are you getting this point? Are you getting this point? Actually, it has to be 11 times, but I am counting both start and end. So when you ask me, like how many numbers are there? How many numbers are there? I start from here and I have to end here. But if I count this again, it will become 13. Okay, so like that I am asking you, like from 3 to 9, if you imagine, like how many times? 3, then somewhere close to 335, somewhere close to 410, somewhere close to 440, somewhere close to 510, somewhere close to 545, somewhere close to 615, somewhere close to 650, then somewhere close to 720, somewhere close to 750, somewhere close to 825. And again I am counting 9. So 12 times. So if you take both 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., so totally we have 12 times. Now, after 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., how many times? 1 time. Somewhere close to 935. So 1 time. Then, between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., somewhere close to 120 for the first time. Yes. Then 155. Somewhere close to 155. Then somewhere close to 225. Yes. Then next is, after 225, next is 3. But I have already counted 3. I should not do double counting. So here 3 times. 3, 12 and 1. How many times? Don't worry, the answer might be wrong. Take this as 16. Okay? 16. No problem. But here, this is okay, this is a fact. But here it is your imagination. Here also it is your imagination. Done? No problem. Now this problem has become jujube problem for us. Yeah. At what time approximately after 2 o'clock do minute hand and hour hand meet? What calculation? Tell me. You tell me the expression to calculate. 60 by 11 into, simple, 120 by 11. So somewhere your answer will be close to 11. 120 by 11. 121 by 11 would have been 11. It is close to that one, no? And they have asked approximately. So that is 2:11. But it is exactly 2 hours, 10 minutes and 54 seconds. 2 hours, 10 minutes and 54 seconds. But they have asked you approximate time. You have to mark 2:11. Done? No problem. Yeah. Next. This is a beautiful question, okay? This is asking two things. One is mirror angle, mirror image, and second thing, the coincidence. What time or what will be the time in the mirror image of the clock? Mirror image of the clock. What will be the time in the mirror image of the clock when minute hand and hour hand meet for the first time after 12 o'clock? Where do they meet? Where do they meet? Okay, I'll show you here only. So for the first time they are meeting here. So that is around 5 minutes and 27 seconds. We have already found out this. So the mirror image of this one, we can directly imagine here. What is that? It is nothing but the meeting of minute hand and hour hand just before 12 o'clock. Yes or no? Now tell me, where do you imagine the minute hand? Crossing 10 or crossing 11? Crossing 10. See, this is between 1 and 2. If you think of the mirror image of it, it is between 10 and 11. So it has crossed what? 10. So 60 by 11 into 10. Done. Okay, no. Or do one thing, you find out this one. This is what? 1 hour, 5 minutes and 27 seconds, right? Get the mirror image of that one. So it will be close to what? 10 hours, 54 minutes and few seconds. Or somewhere close to that. So where is that? This one? Yes? 10, 54, 32? Yep. Definitely it has not crossed 55. That should be very clear. It has not crossed 55. It is just before 55. So through the options only we can eliminate. This is not our answer at all. So our minute should be just before 55. So 11:55 will not come into the picture at all. Now, the option is between this one. And with our imagination, we can say the minute hand is between 10 and 11. When it is between 10 and 11, it has definitely not crossed 55. So it is just before 55. So without calculation also you can get the answer. Done? But your imagination has to be proper. Next. This is similar to the question that we had solved before. But this is fun. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, before this one, I would like to make you imagine from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. How many times? Including 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. How many? 12. This is very easy for you, right? Now you can answer this one with ease, correct? So 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. 12 times. Now 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. rather than calculating this one, calculate how many times they will have straight angle here, and how many times they will have straight angle between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and here 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. From 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., including 6 a.m., how many times? Between 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., how many times we see a straight angle? Which all times? And then next time is 7:05. Somewhere after 7:05. That is after 7 a.m. So after from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., it is only once. That is at this time. So here once. What about from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.? Exactly at 6 p.m. Once. So subtract these two from this. Subtract this one, this one. So how many times here? Fine. Yes or no? Any confusion, let me know. See, it is as good as calculating between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., leaving out 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. themselves. Yes? So 10 times. No issues. Yeah. An accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, accurate clock. Through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate? Hour hand, okay, not minute hand. Hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, where is the hour hand? Here? Here? And at the minute hand, at 2 o'clock, where exactly will be the hour hand? Somewhere here. So what degrees it has traversed? 180 degree. Simple. But people will confuse with minute. I mean, in hurry, they will take it as minute hand. So how many rounds it will make for 6 hours? 6 rounds. 6 round into 360 degree. Okay. Don't imagine that one. Now, an accurate clock shows the time as 3. Time as 3. After our hand has moved 135 degrees. See, our hand has moved 135 degrees. The time would be every hour. The hour hand will move by how many degrees? 30 degrees. Yes. Another 30 degree, 2 hours. Another 30 degree, 3 hours. So 90 degree, 3 hours. Then 120 degree, 4 hours. Another 15 degree, half an hour. So 4 and 135. So after 3. So 4 and a half, that is after 3. So this is 7:30. Yes? Easy? This is repeated? 11th is repeated in your sheet also? No, right? There are 2 defective analog clocks. See, this is very important question. Don't write anything. Just listen. There are 2 defective analog clocks which are showing 8 o'clock. Both are showing 8 o'clock. 2 clocks. Both of them are showing 8 o'clock. Okay. One clock is faster by 2 minutes per hour. So when they are showing 8 o'clock, both are showing 8. Correct? They are set right. Then next time, the first clock is faster by 2 minutes. After 1 hour, it will be showing what? 9:02. What about this clock? It is slower by 2 minutes. Accurate time has to be 9. Both are defective. Why it will be 9? Both are defective, no? So when they say both are defective, one is faster than the usual time, another is slower than the usual time. Yes? So this is, now tell me, what is the difference between them in 1 hour? 4 minutes for 1 hour. So this is the defect they have. 4 minutes, 1 hour. Now tell me, if this clock is showing 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock, after how many hours it will show the same time? 12 hours? 12 hours? Yes. So after 12 hours, it has to show me what? 8 o'clock. But will it show? Will it show? Yeah. After 12 hours, it has to show me 8 o'clock. Will it show? So I have to wait more than 12 hours. 24 hours. After 24 hours, it will be lagged by what? 48. It will be fast by 48 minutes. What about this? It will be lagged by 48 minutes. So we have to wait for more than one day also. So that has to be the imagination. Yes. Now tell me, if both of them have to show the same time again, if both of them have to show that same time again, how many hours we have to wait? How many days we have to wait? See, I'll show you simple calculation. Every hour, they have 4 minutes difference, right? Don't worry about their rightness or wrongness. If at all they have to show the same time, both of them have to show the same time. Definitely, according to the standard time, they will not be correct. They will not be correct. But at least if they have to show the same time again, then the difference between those two clocks has to be 12 hours. Try to imagine. Don't worry about right or wrong. Don't worry about correct and defect. If at all two clocks have to show the right time, both of them, same time, not right time, same time. The difference between them have to be 12 hours? Yes or no? Minimum 12 hours. So now we are getting the defect of 4 minutes every hour. So this defect has to be what? This defect has to be 12 hours. Getting my point? If two clocks have to show the same time, the difference between them have to be 12 hours. It can be 0 hours also, but already we have set the difference between them as 0 hours. The next time they will show the same time when they have difference between them as 12 hours. Yes or no? But every hour we are getting the difference of 4 minutes. Another hour, 8 minutes. Another hour, 12 minutes. Like that, if I wait for 15 hours, I get 60 minutes difference. Like that, I have to wait 12 times. So simple here. Every hour we get 4 minutes difference, but we have to get 12 hours difference. But this 12 hours, if you express in terms of minutes, 12 hours, if you express in terms of minutes, how much it will be? 12 into 60. So 720 minutes. 720 minutes. Done? No issues? For getting the difference of 4 minutes, we wait 1 hour. We wait 1 hour. For getting the difference of 720 minutes, what is the multiplication? 180, right? To get 780, we have to wait 180 times more. So similarly here, 180. So how many hours we are waiting? We are waiting 180 hours. 180 hours is how many days? 180 hours is how many days? How do you calculate days from hours? 180 divided by 24. How much is that? 7.5 days. But they have given anyways the number of hours only. So we have to wait for 180 hours. I know it is very difficult to imagine because we are getting minutes, hours here. Read the question once again when you go to your room. Read the question once again and try to imagine the situation. Just go by this one. 4 minutes will be the difference for every hour. So we have to wait for 12 hours of difference. So those many times we have to multiply. That is 180. Okay. Imagine properly. Spend some 5 minutes with this problem. Done? Yeah. Next. At which one of the following times do the hour hand and the minute hand of the clock make an angle of 180 degree with each other? Already we have solved. What is the answer? Huh? At which one of the following times do the hour hand and minute hand of the clock make an angle of 180 degrees? Is it at 7 o'clock? Is it at 7:05? Between 7 and 7:05? No. Between 7:05 and 7:10? That has to be the answer. Not at 7:05. When they give at, it is exact. Around. If they give around, then you can mark that also. But the next option is what? Approximation, right? Between 7:05 and 7:10. So this has to be the answer. Don't sit with that. At is always exact. Okay? At is always exact. At around, if they tell, then approximation can be done. Done? Yeah. A wall clock moves 10 minutes fast in every 24 hours. Same defective clock, but only one is there. Wall clock moves 10 minutes fast in every 24 hours. The clock was set right to show, right? Okay. Show, not show the correct time at 8 a.m. on Monday. So it has been set at right time, 8 a.m. on Monday. When the clock shows the time, 6 p.m. on Wednesday. See. Actual setting has been done at 8 a.m. on what? Monday. And they are asking when the clock shows the time 6 p.m. on Wednesday. So this defective clock has to show 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Now tell me, the actual time is more than 6 p.m. or less than 6 p.m.? What? Because it is faster? Yes. Our answer has to be what? Before 6 o'clock? But all the options are before 6 o'clock only. Yes. Now I'll tell you. What is the defect? 10 minutes for every 24 hours. So, when the normal clocks run 24 hours, it will run how much? 24 hours and 10 minutes, right? Yes or no? When normal clocks run 24 hours, it will run 24 hours and 10 minutes. Yes or no? So, can I say, when normal clocks run 24 hours, it will run 24 integer 1 by 6 hours? 10 minutes is 1 by 6 hours? Yes or no? Now, when normal clocks run 24 hours, this defective clock is running 145 by 6 hours. The mixed fraction into the what? Improper fraction. Now, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., whatever that it is showing, is it the right time or defective time? Defective. So from 8 a.m. Monday to 6 p.m. Monday, how many hours are done? Don't just shoot, okay? Just Take another 5 seconds and calculate. 8 a.m. Monday to 8 a.m. Wednesday. How many hours? 48 hours, correct? 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. How many hours? From here to here, 48 hours. From 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 8 to 12, 4 hours, right? 12 to 6, 6 hours. So totally 10 hours. This 48 and this 10. How many hours? Is it defective or right? So put it under defective. When the actual clock shows 24 hours, the defective clock would show 145 by 6. But when the defective clock is showing 58 hours, what is the right time? So this has to be the ratio and proportion. Yeah, cross multiplication. 24 into 58 divided by 145 divided by 6. So here into 6. When I see 58, my mind would go for 29. 29 twos are and 29 fives are. Okay. Then 24 into 2 into 6. It is 288 divided by 5. These many hours. Now, how many hours? 5 fives are, 5 sevens are, 5 sevens are, then 3 by 5. That is 57 hours. 3 by 5 hours is how much? How many minutes? 3 by 5 hours. 60% of an hour. 3 by 5 into 60. 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? So 3 by 5 into 60 minutes. So 57 hours and 36 seconds. 57 hours and 36 seconds. Just go by the answer. Wherever you find those, minute. Wherever you find this 36 minutes extra, that has to be the answer. 5:36 p.m. So actually, it has run 24 minutes extra. It has run 24 minutes extra. So those 24 minutes have to be subtracted. Correct? So the clock is showing 5:36 instead of, the wrong clock is showing 6 o'clock, but the actual time is 5:36. See, this problem and the 8th problem, you spend 5 minutes on them. Okay? 8th problem and this problem. 8th problem, right? That defective clock. Yeah? 12th problem. Yeah? So spend some time on this. Okay? If you don't understand, then you come to me. I'll explain you once again. Done? Next is a small chapter, Venn diagrams. Looking at the question papers, like you will feel like it must be very big chapter, but it is a very small chapter. Venn diagrams. Do you remember from school days? Venn diagrams. So which all shapes you used in Venn diagrams? You are going too deep, man. Which two diagrams you drew? Rectangle? What is that rectangle? You wrote something on the rectangle. Whenever you made that rectangle, you wrote something on the head of it. U? So what is that U? Universal. So this set is called as universal set. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Universal set. It contains any imaginable entity. It can contain anything. It can contain, like animals, birds. It can contain trees. It can contain human beings. It can contain countries. It can contain ocean. It can contain anything that is there in the universe. But at a time, we don't take hundreds of the things. We take 2 or 3 entities. For example, if you take this as the strength of the class, here we have certain girls and we have certain boys. Girls here and boys here. We write them separately because we cannot have a situation where a particular girl is a boy or a particular boy is a girl. These are mutually exclusive sets. Girls and boys, mutually exclusive set. The same class if I take, and if I write the passed students and the failed students, again I have to write the exclusive sets because there is no one with a condition that I have neither failed nor passed, or I have both failed and passed. No condition like that, right? So these are called as the mutual sets. So this is representing what? Universal set, but in that universal set, we have taken a small school or college and the strength of it. Done? Okay. Then, if I take the situation, again, a universal set, or I am taking rural population. Yeah. In that, I can mark females like this, right? Females. Rest all you don't worry. It can contain men. It can contain transgender. It can contain some animals. Don't worry about that. But this circle belongs to females. Okay. Now, I will take another count of graduates. This is female circle. I want to write a graduate. Now tell me, how should I write the circle? Separately for graduates? Then you are saying that none of the females is graduate. Is that right statement? Or even when such a fact is not given, you should not take it for granted that no female is a graduate. So what you have to do? You have to create a condition or create a situation where some females are graduates. Yes? Yeah? So these are those females who are graduates, or these are those graduates who are females. Yes. So rest, who all will come here? Any other graduate than females. Why you want to, give a non-diplomatic answer like graduate men? Okay, there can be graduate animals also. Who knows? Some graduate what? The alien species. Why? So basically these are the graduates who are not females. Done? Yeah. But in our problems, usually we come across the situations like there is a school, okay, and few of them in the bird watchers club. That means they are interested in bird watching. And some people are in dramatics. But never write them separately unless it is mentioned. Whenever they don't mention that none of the bird watchers are the dramatics, or like they are in dramatics, okay, you have to create the situation where some of the bird watchers can be in dramatics, or some of the people in dramatics can be bird watchers. Yes? Now tell me, in this entire diagram, how many sectors are there? Or how many different regions are there? 3. So that is for the people who are having 2 eyes. For the person who is having antar chakshu, There is one more sector. You just mark different sectors with different colors. Let me see. First sector. This is second sector. Third sector. So to always imagine that one. Now tell me, what about these people? Like only these. No intersection between B and D. Who are they? These are purely bird watchers. These are bird watchers only. Yes or no? What about these people? Like these dotted? Only the people in dramatics. What about these people? They are both in dramatics and they are bird watchers too. What about the outside? They are neither. Neither of them interested in bird watching nor the dramatics. Done. So totally 4. Because here we have given you 2 different entities of bird watching and dramatics. Yes. So with that, we can create what? And 2 to the power of n sectors. We can have 2 to the power of n regions. So that is here 2 entities, bird watching and dramatics. So this is equal to 2 to the power of 2. So we can totally have 4 sectors. Done. Okay, what if they give a situation like this? In a college, okay, there are people who love coffee. There are people who love tea, and they have not given the fact that none of the coffee lovers like tea. So in that situation, what we can do? There can be some tea lovers who choose coffee also, some of the coffee lovers who love tea also. We should never discard the possibility of coincidence. Yes? Then, one more sector is there who love juice. Now tell me 3 entities are there. Coffee, tea and juice. So how many sectors we have? That is 2 to the power of n, or that is 2 to the power of 3. How many? 8. So in the examination, either we get this diagram or this diagram. 80% of the times, this diagram only. 80% of the time. Okay, 1 universal set, 2 circles coinciding with each other. So totally 4 sectors. 20% of the times, if they want to make the difficulty level higher, then they will go for 3 entities. Then we have what? Done? Yeah. Understood this? So our base for what? Solution is this only. So we depend upon this. Done? Any difficulty in understanding? You can imagine? Yes? Okay. Coming to the very simple aspect of this, where universal set is given and 2 entities are given, we create what? 4 different sectors. 4 different sectors. Done? And in the question, we have to be very careful with respect to every word in the sentence. Every word in the sentence. Especially the words like only, and or. These are very important keywords when it comes to Venn diagrams. We have to have a particular idea of these particular words. Understood? Now I'll tell you the this is, let's say, college. College where there is a set of people like who love cricket, and there is a set of people who love football. Now I'll name the sectors A, B, C and D. Outsiders are D. Now tell me, which all people like cricket only? Now tell me, which all people love cricket? Which all people like cricket? A and B, not just A. But if I ask, which people like only cricket? Then yes. Okay. Which people like only football? See. Which people like football? You are getting the difference? So how only matters? Okay, now, which all of them like only one sport? Which all of them like only one sport? Which all of them like two sports? Which all of them like at least one sport? Which all of them like at least one sport? A, B and C. Yes. Which of them don't like any of the sports? D. Done? Fine? Okay. Now, which of them like either football or cricket? How many of them like either football or cricket? Which of them like either football or cricket? Which of them like cricket or football? They have to like either of them. Either it is cricket or football. Okay, my question will stay like this. Which of them like either cricket or football? Now tell me, apply my question to A. Which of them like either cricket or football? A likes what? Cricket. So, do A qualify my question? Now come to C. Which of them like football or cricket? C qualify my question? Now consider only B. Which of them like either cricket or football? B like cricket? B like football? Then what is the harm in considering them? Or means? Or. Anyone is fine. But only one? You go to someone's house and they'll ask you, what beverage? Tea or coffee? You will say anything. Anything. They don't tell what they are making. They'll keep. You will drink, right? You will drink, right? They had asked you the question, what? Tea or coffee? When they give you either tea or coffee, you don't have any say on that. You have to drink. Understand? Now tell me, B. For example, on that day, in the ground, cricket is being played. Nobody is playing football. B can go and play cricket, right? Other situation, only football is being played. B can go and play, right? So now tell me, B plays both football and cricket, and B plays either of them. So these like small things, and, or, only, at least, all that thing matter. Done? Will you be careful next time? Okay, now we'll go to the higher version of this. Okay, simple coffee lovers, tea lovers, and juice lovers. And they will not give one more entity, okay? Fine? 3 entities maximum. Otherwise, your life will become hell. Now tell me, how many sectors will come when 4 entities are given? Wow. It is even difficult to, like write this diagram too. Only the skillful few will write the diagram this. So how many sectors we get? Basically 16 sectors. Don't worry about this one. Don't count. Don't waste your time. Will not get this in the examination for sure. Done? Yeah. Now, how many sectors here? 8. I'll give the name. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Now I'll put one question at a time. How many of them like only coffee? A. How many of them like only tea? How many of them like only juice? G. Done? Yes, simple, no? Yeah. How many of them like exactly one beverage? Exactly one. A, C, and G. Done? Okay. Now tell me, how many of them like exactly 2 beverages? Exactly 2 beverages, okay? How many of them like exactly 3 beverages? Done? How many of them don't like anything? H. Okay. So far life was very cool. Now, how many of them like 2 or more beverages? B, D, E, F. 2 or more beverages? Okay. How many of them like at least one beverage? Except H? All right. Yes? Okay. How many of them like at least 3? At least 3 means 3 or more. At least 3 means 3 or more. So it is only E. Yes? How many of them like at the most 3? Okay, I'll not give the answer for this one. I'll give later. Next question. How many of them like at most 2 beverages? At most 2. That means 2 or less. Okay, I'll not give the answer for this also. How many of them like at the most 1 beverage? A, C, G. I asked you 3 questions now. At the most 3, at the most 2, at the most 1. Now I'll ask the 4th question. How many of them like at the most 0 beverages? Only H? Now I'll come in a reverse way. How many of them like at the most 1 beverage? AC? GH. At the most 1 means what? 1 and below, right? You have to consider H. Now, again, the question in reverse order. How many of them like at the most 2 beverages? Except T. You have to consider H, right? So when at the most comes, you have to consider the outsider also. At the most 3, all. At least 1. except H. At least one, except H. At least two, these four fellows. At least one, except H. At least two, these four fellows. And at least three, only E. Done? Now, this is second level of difficult question. Okay, now third level of difficult question. How many of them like either coffee or tea? How many of them like either coffee or tea? How many of them like either tea or coffee? Or either coffee or tea? Except G and H. Because G likes only juice. You provide him the coffee, he will kick. Only juice. What about H? No bad habit of drinking either coffee or tea or juice. Yes, it is not bad habit per se. Okay, he doesn't like anything. Yeah. So, understood? Now, next question. How many of them like either tea or juice? Except T, A and H. How many of them either coffee or juice? Except C and H. Okay. Next. How many of them coffee and tea? How many of them coffee and tea? How many of them coffee and tea? How many of them like coffee and tea? B and? Very good. How many of them coffee and juice? D and E. How many of them tea and juice? Done? Yeah. How many of them only coffee and tea? How many of them only coffee and tea? Or how many of them coffee and tea only? Sure? How many of them tea and juice only? Then how many of them coffee and juice only? D. Yes, understood? No issues? Okay. Now, how many of them coffee or tea? How many of them coffee or tea but not juice? How many of them coffee or tea but no juice? When we say no, when they say no, put a hand on that. They said what? No juice, right? Put a hand on this. H will also not come because they have to have the liking for coffee or tea. Now, liking for tea or juice but not coffee at all. CFG. Similarly, coffee or juice but not tea at all. Done? So I think I have exhausted all the questions. You got it? So here important things are what? Only, and, or. So when it comes only, it becomes more exclusive. When it comes and, it becomes more exclusive. When it comes or, it becomes more inclusive. It is more inclusive. It will try to cover more. Only and try to cover less. So these are more exclusive. No is completely exclusive. No is completely exclusive. Understood? So have idea about this one. And when we say at least, and when we say at most, be careful. When we say at most, we have to take the outsider also. At least, from there and above. For example, at least 2 means from that number and above. Here, when we say at most 2, this is 2 or less. Done? So this is how we have to. And while we give care to these words, and, only, or, then at least, at most, all that thing, then our construction of the diagram becomes very easy. And one more suggestion. Whenever we write these diagrams, always we have to fill the most intersecting sector first. We have to write the most intersecting sector. So in this ABC, which is the most intersecting sector? B. You have to fill the B first. Then only you will fill A and C. If you keep the B for the end, your answer will be wrong for sure. And in this diagram, which sector has to be filled first? E. E first. Then B, D, F. E first, then B, D, F. If we try to fill these sectors first, A, C, G will end up in nothing. Okay? So, we have to fill the most intersecting sector first. Then we have to do what? Fill the BDF, that is again like less intersecting, and the least intersecting later. So, I have to come from within to outside. So, while we are reading the question also, they will give about these areas first. Then they will give about these areas. Then finally they will give about the most intersecting area. So that is why we have to read the question most of the time, the bigger questions, in reverse order. First you have to go to the last sentence of the question. Then go on filling the others. Okay, we'll practice few questions. Fine? Can we? Yes. Yeah. A high school has 10 members on its football team and 14 members on its science club. Okay, first, the very prerequisite is to draw this diagram. A high school has 10 members on its football team. Let's say this is football and this is science club. 5 members at the school belong to both football and science teams. Can we fill this one? Yes, but I can't fill 10 immediately because it says a high school has 10 members on its football club. That means they are giving the count of this entire circle. Where do you put 10? Here or at the center? You can't put. And even for science club, 14 members. 14 members have to be put in this circle. But we don't have exact number of these two sectors. So we can't fill them. So 5 members at the school belong to both football and science. So where shall I put this? Now my job is getting easier because I am left with the individual sectors. Done? Now, football team, totally how many? 10. 5 is already filled. So, 5 here. Science club, how many? 14, right? So, already 5 is filled. Now, count all. Count all. 19. Then what they are asking, how many students belong to only science club team? See, only science club team or football team. They are asking the exclusive. Only science, how many? 9. Only football? 5. Total? 14. See, whenever or comes, na, you can replace or with plus mark. Usually. Okay? Or with plus marks. So, only science club? 9. Only football team? What? 5. So, 14. Done? No issues? Yeah. If I had asked the same questions to you without only, How many of them belong to science club team or football team? How many? All 19. They haven't given anything with respect to the people who don't like both or who don't like neither of them. So don't worry about that. So 5, 5, 9. So 19 would have been our answer if only was not there. Done? Yeah? Next. In a class, there are 15 students who like chocolate, 13 students like vanilla, and 10 students like neither. So how many entities are there here? I'm not asking number. Entities means here like the likings or how many groups are here. We can create the dependent groups also, but they are giving us the information about chocolate and vanilla. So here chocolate and here vanilla. 13 students like vanilla. Can I mark this? If they had given only, then I would have marked, but I can't. And they have told 10 like neither. 10 like, put them outside. Because we have exclusive data. Yes. If there are 35 people in the class, okay, among these 4 sectors, we have to fill 35, right? Already how many we have filled? 10. How many are remaining now? So this plus this has to be 25. Done? No issues. This plus this and this has to be 25. But 15 students like chocolate. That means totally they will be here. 15 students. 13 like vanilla. So they will be here. Let us say there are no people who have the liking for both. Let us say they are mutually exclusive. Chocolate lovers and vanilla lovers, they are mutually exclusive, no overlapping at all. Then, if you have taken 15 students exclusively and 13 students exclusively, what would have been the total? 28. But we have space for how many? 25. That means what? We are counting 3 persons extra. We are counting 3 persons extra means we are counting those 3 people under the chocolate and vanilla. So put them here. Those are, getting my point? Are you able to imagine? Yes. We have 3 counts extra. That means we are counting those 3 people in both the list, under chocolate and under vanilla. So put them first here. Now, how many exclusively chocolate lovers? Exclusively. How many exclusive vanilla lovers? Because 13 minus 3, 10. Now take the total count, 35. Now answer the question. How many students like chocolate and vanilla? Done? And always try to complete the diagram, okay? Don't just stop after filling this one. Complete the diagram initially. When you are experts, then you can skip few of the like sectors, no worries. Done? Yeah. Easy or tough? So clue is what? You have to fill the most intersecting area first. That's it. Okay, next. All members of a club went to Mumbai and stayed in a hotel. On the first day, 80% went for shopping and 50% went for sightseeing. Is that possible? In 100 people, 80 will go for shopping and 50 will go for sightseeing. So to make it possible, what we can imagine? Some of them have gone for both. And upon that, 10% are taking rest in hotel only. That means they have not gone out. So if I take the universal set like this, these are the people who have gone for shopping, and these are the people who have gone for, so this is shopping and here sightseeing. And 10% of them have stayed in hotel only. Don't put percentage and all, just you can put 10. Let's see. So 10 people are already marked here. So in these three sectors, how many I have to fill? 90. But if you take the exclusive sets of sightseeing and shopping, how many members you will get? If you take 80 of them shopping alone, 50 of them what? Sightseeing alone. 130 we would have got. But we have to get the count of 90. Yes. So how many are extra here? That means those people have gone for both. Yes. So their head count has happened in both lists. So 40 will come here. 40 will come here. Now fill the exclusive areas. Shopping. Out of 80%, we have already counted 40. So here the 40% will come. Then in shopping, sightseeing, already we have filled 40. So 10 more will come. Now answer the question. What conclusions can be drawn from the above data? 40% member went for shopping as well as sightseeing. Yes. Correct? Yeah. 20% members went for only shopping. No, 40% of them went. So this is wrong. So one only is right. Yes? Any other possibility? Correct? No? Are you getting the hang of the question? Yeah. Next. In a school, 60% students play cricket. A student who does not play cricket plays football. What does that mean? In a school, 60% of them play cricket. A student who doesn't play cricket plays football. Pakka? Cricket is 60% and rest all of them play football. Yes? Now, every football player has got a two-wheeler. See, this is not exactly the question of Venn diagram because we are going for other things also, but such questions would come. This is also a problem of syllogisms, I can say. But let us see if we can solve, or we can solve later after learning the syllogisms. Okay, 60% play cricket. Okay, 60% play cricket. And 40% play football. And every football player has got two-wheeler. Every football player has got two-wheeler. Okay, if I take the clubs of this one, this is cricket club and this is football club and this is universal set. And every football player has a two-wheeler. Every football player has a two-wheeler. Is it necessary that only the football player will have two-wheelers? When they have not given, we should not deny the fact that even the cricket lovers can have two-wheeler. And second thing, irrespective of your sports, they can have. So I'll take one circle of what? Bike owners. Anyways, all football players have bikes, right? Apart from them also, other people can have bikes. Even some of the cricketers can also have bike. Who knows? Okay. Now, which of the conclusions can be drawn? 60% of the students do not have two-wheeler. Can we say that? No cricketer has a two-wheeler. Can we say that? Cricket players do not play football because that is the exclusivity. Yeah. So what they are asking? Yeah. Always we fall to this trap. Cannot. But I have told you, whenever not has come, try to keep on hand on that and you mark can be. This can be? No. This can be? No. This can be? Yes. Now remove this one. Remove this one. Go for only the wrong statements. 1 and 2 only are the wrong statements. Done? Yep. Understood this or not? Actually, it is the fight between football and cricket, exclusivity. But they have mentioned that football lovers have bikes. It doesn't mean that only they have bikes. Understand? So we see such things in syllogisms later. Next. In a group of 15 people, 7 can read French and 8 can read English, while 3 of them can read neither. French, English, and the outsider is neither. So how many of them can't read anything? 3. Out of 15 people, I have marked 3. How many are remaining? 12. But if you take the French readers and English readers, totally how many are there? 15. So we are counting how many extra? 3 extra. So put them here first. Now, exclusively French, 7 minus 3, 4. Exclusively English, 8 minus 3, 5. Yes? Done? Totally 15? Totally 15 or not? Yes. Now, the number of people who can read exactly one language is exactly one language. Exactly one language, that is French, is 4. Exactly English, one language. English. So exactly one language, 4 plus 5, that is 9. At least one language. At least one language. 12, no? Yes? Both languages? 3. Neither of the languages? Yes? Yeah. Next. 19 boys turn out for playing hockey. Of these, 11 are wearing hockey shirts and 14 are wearing hockey pants. Now, how many entities are there? Tell me here. 2. Pants and shirts. Hockey is just for confusing us. Okay? Pants and shirts. So, draw the diagram. Pants and shirts. 19 boys totally. 11 are wearing hockey shirts. I can't mark 11 here. And 14 are wearing hockey pants. I can't mark 14 here. There are no boys without shirts and or pants. That means, just read this one. There are no boys without shirts and pants. Or read this. There are no boys without shirt or pant. That means what? At least they have one. They have at least one, either pant or shirt or both. Understood this fact? Either pant or shirt or both. So how many of, they have at least one. That means what? We cannot put anybody outside here. Yes or no? We cannot put anybody outside. So all 19 have to be put in these 3 sectors only. Yes? Are you there with me? Yes? At least one they have. That means we can't put here. So this is 0. The people with no pant and no shirt, or neither of them, like, we have 0. So 19 have to be filled here. So 11 hockey shirts and 14 hockey pants. So if you take them exclusively, what is the total count? 25. But we have only 19 students. So 6 have to be common. So in shirts, 11, so 5 are remaining. In shirts, in pants, 14, 8 are remaining. 8 plus 6 plus 5, 19 we have? Yes. Now, what is the number of boys wearing full uniform? 6. Good question, no? Yeah? 6. Yes? Any confusion? Fine, no? Okay, repeat. Now, see, so far in the examination, this big question has not come. At least in last 11 years, these big questions have not come. But let us practice. We don't know. Because if such question comes, the sub questions will be at least 3. In such questions, at least 3 questions. So when we know Venn diagrams are simple, why can't we, put some time and get those 3 questions? So that is my concern. So the first question, a radio station has conducted a survey to find out the preferences of its listeners. A total of 115 listeners liked rock music, 120 liked jazz, and 145 liked Indian classical music. Indian classical music. Okay. So how many entities are here? 3, sure. Okay, so one is what? Rock. Another one is jazz. Another one is Indian classical music. 115 listeners like rock. Can you fill this 115? No. 120, can you fill? 145, can you fill? No. Next sentence. Among these, 64 listeners liked only rock and jazz. Can I put this one? Yes. Where? There. From there, everything is there only. So, 64 liked rock and jazz only. If they had given this sentence without only, 64 listeners liked rock and jazz, I couldn't have put this one. Yes, because these 2 sectors have to be considered then. Yes or no? Now, 25 liked listening to only rock music and Indian classical. So where can I put? Where? 20 rock and Indian classical. Then, while 11 liked only Indian classical and jazz. So 11 here. Yes? Then, 25 listeners who liked all 3 types of music. So I will put 25. Then a total of 250 people were surveyed. Okay, total has to be 250. Out of how many sectors? 8 or 7? How many sectors are there here totally? 8. So you have to count all the sectors and get 250. Because among the survey, there will be few listeners who don't like anything, right? Let's see if they are there. Now, first sentence, 115 listeners liked rock. So total this has to be 115. But already we have filled how many? 25 plus 25 plus 64. How many are filled totally? 114. So out of 115, 114 are already filled. So how many are left? 1. There is only one person who likes only rock. Then 120 jazz. So already have filled how many? 64 plus 25 plus 11. How many are filled? 100 are filled already. 100 are filled. So another 20 I have to write here. Yes or no? Then 145 liked Indian classical. So here totally 125. So already I have filled 61. So 64 are remaining. Now count all. 25, 25, 50. 50 plus 20, 70. 81, 82 plus 128. 200 and how many? Calculate, no? 84, huh? Yeah, 25 plus 25, 50 plus 11, 61 and 145. Okay. So totally how many now? 148 plus 50, 70, 82. 148 plus 82 is 230. 230 totally. How many are remaining now? Out of 250, 230 are done. So another 20, they don't like anything, right? Another 20, they don't like anything. Is that fine? Yes? So now see the questions. I'll come back to this and answer every time. How many listeners liked rock music only? Sure. How many listeners liked at least two forms of music? At least two forms means what? Two or more. So all these fellows. 50 plus 64 plus 11, 125. 125. At least two. That means two or more. That means 2 and 3. That is 125. How many listeners liked Indian classical or jazz but not rock? Jazz or this one but not rock. Keep hand on rock. Except these and these fellows. 20 plus 11 plus 84. 115. How many people surveyed did not like listening to any of the three forms? 20. How many listeners liked exactly one of the three forms? Exactly one. These three exclusive areas, 1 plus 20 plus 84, 105. Okay, no issues? Yes? Yeah. Next. We'll come back to this question, but let us try to solve this. Last 17 to 20. Okay, you will draw the diagram. And here percentages have been given and they have given 500 students and don't worry about the exact number of students. Write only percentage in the diagrams. Write only percentage. That means the total number is 100. So you write only the percentage. Okay, take 2 minutes. Draw the diagram. Let me see. Done? Without filling the interior areas, how can you fill the exterior ones? You have to fill all the interiors first, overlapping first. Then you can go for the exclusive areas. Okay. In a survey conducted, it was found that 51% of the students wanted to learn French. Can I mark 51% first? 48%? 52%? Of the surveyed students, 21% wanted to learn both French and German. So this is French, this is German, and this is Russian. 21% wanted to learn both French and German. All of you have put French and German, that is 21% here. Only one fellow has written it rightly. In the entire class. I've told you to fill the most exclusive area first. Why you are filling this first? Now see, go to the last sentence. Only 12% wanted to learn all three languages. So put 12 here. Then come to the second sentence. Of the surveyed, 21% wanted to learn both French and German. French and German is here. %21 wanted to learn both French and German, but already 12% have been filled. So how many are remaining? Makes sense, no? That is why you are getting more count here. All of you have filled 21 here. Then, next, 23% wanted to learn both German and Russian. German and Russian totally how many? 23. How many are already done? 12. How many will remain? So if you fill 21 here, 23 here, and 24 here, what will be remaining? 21, 23, 24. Yeah, already 68% are done. Yes or no? And in between 12. So if you take this one, 21 plus 12, 33 plus 24, how many percent? Already 57% we have. Totally we have 51. So when such things come, definitely you would have done something wrong. So you have to rewrite the diagram once again. Got the mistake? You have to fill the 12 first. Then 21 means this and this is 21. See, previous problem was different. Previous problem, they had given only. Here they have not given only. Yes, if they had given 21% French and German only, 23% German and Russian only, 24% French and Russian only, then your diagram is correct. Now this one, now you will get all the other areas filled. Okay, 51% French. Already we have filled 33% here. Yes or no? French, already we have filled 33%, no? 12, 12 and 9. So 18 are remaining here. Correct? Then German, totally 48%. 9, 12 plus 11. Already 32 is filled. So how many are remaining? 16%. Then German and Russian. Only Russian. 12 plus 12, 24 plus 11, 35 is already filled. So out of 52, 35, subtract. 17. See, don't depend upon calculators, okay? These are simple problems I am telling you. Already your brain cells are dead. I am trying to make them activated. At least up to the examination time, you keep them activated. After that, once you are out of the race, I don't know. Like, you can use whatever the machines that are around. But until the exams are done, please use pen and paper only. Don't use calculators. Okay? So now count all. 18 plus 9, 21 plus 16, 37 plus 12, 49 plus 12, 61 plus 11, 72 plus 17, 90. Correct? 81. So let us count once again. 51 plus 24, 75, 75 plus 10, 95. 95. So 5% are remaining outside. All of them are in percentages, okay? Not exact number. They are in percentages. Now, let us look into the question. All 8 sectors are done now. Yes, because the total was 95, we had to get 100%. So 100% minus 95% is equal to 5%. Yes. Next question. How many students wanted to learn only German? 18% of 500. 18% of 500 is 90. Correct? German, na? Okay, I took French. So 16% of 500 is 80. I'm sorry. What is the number of students interested in French and Russian only? Now your favorite area comes. French and Russian only. Not 24. French and Russian only. Okay. So 24% of 500. I'm sorry. 12%. I'm sorry. 12% of 500 is 60. Correct? Next. How many students who wanted to learn French or Russian did not want to learn German? Did not want to learn German. Keep a hand on this. And French or Russian. Total 18 plus 12 plus 17, 47%. So 47% of 500 is how much? 235? 47% of 500. Less than 250. Less than 250. How many students were not interested in studying any of these languages? 5%. So 5% into 500. 25. But see, in option 5 is also there. In hurry, people will take 5. That's wrong. Okay. So let us look into the previous question now. This question is not straight. Not straight. There are some unknowns. There are some unknowns that we have to find out. So what all they have? In a survey conducted by a shopping mall, 90 customers were asked which segment of the store they liked the most. What is this 90? What is this 90? Total of all sectors, all 8 sectors is 90. 25 said they liked the book segment. So books are there. Books are there. Then 25 liked the clothes segment. Even clothes are there. Then 38 preferred jewelry segment. So books, clothes and jewelry. Yes, books, clothes and jewelry. So 3 entities, 8 sectors. Yes. Now, I can't mark this 25, 45 and 38 because they have not given only. If they had given only, I would have marked. But it is not. The number of customers who liked all 3 segments is equal to the number of customers who liked the clothes and jewelry segments, but not clothes. Okay. It is very, very long statement. Okay. I'll take this as A, B, C. You don't write. It is just for illustration. You can directly fill the blank later. See, the number of customers who liked all 3 segments. Who are they? E, S, and. It is equal to the number of customers who liked the clothes and jewelry segments. Clothes and jewelry, but not the books at all. So they are talking about only F. Understood? That means what? E is equal to F. They are telling E is equal to F. So let us keep this thing in our mind. So this should be equal to this. Now, next. 15 customers liked both the books as well as clothes segment. So let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 15 customers liked both books as well as clothes segment. They are telling about what? Is there any only? When only is there, then that is exclusive. So here they are telling what? 15 customers liked both books as well as clothes. See, when they say and, you have to go for intersection. Books and clothes intersection is where? Only B? B and D. So B and D together is how much? 15. Getting my point? Now, 8 customers liked both books and jewelry segments. Now you should not go wrong for this, okay? 8 customers liked both books and jewelry segments. So which variables I am talking about? D and E, not just D, D and E. So total is how much? 8. 6 customers liked both clothes as well as jewelry segments. 6 liked both clothes and jewelry. E and F together how much? 6. But already we have established one more equation. E is equal to F. E plus F is equal to 6. E is equal to F. That means E is 3 and F is 3. Yes or no? Should I solve the equation for this? E is equal to F and E plus F is equal to 6. So substitute the value of E in equation. Can I do that, please? Okay. So here this is 3 and this is 3. So fill now. This is 3 and this is 3. Done? Now life is getting cooler. Yeah. Now 15 customers liked both books as well as clothes. Books as well as clothes, how many totally? 15. Already 3 are marked. So 12 here. Now 8 customers, both books and jewelry. Books and jewelry total 8. Already I have filled 3. So 5. Yes. Then done. Almost done. No? 4 segments are done. Now exclusive segments. Now 25 said they like book segment. 25 book. Already we have filled here 12, 3 and 5. So already 20 is done. Then clothes. 45. Already 12 plus 3 plus 3. 18 is done. So how many here? 27. 45 minus 18 is 27. Then 38. Already 11 is filled. Again 27. Correct? Yes or no? Now count all. Our job is not yet done. Count all. 27 plus 27, 54 plus 6, 60, 70, 82. How many are surveyed? 90. We have only the count of 82. So how many are remaining? 8. Now we are done with the diagram. Look at the questions. How many customers liked jewelry segment but not the books and clothes segment? That means what? Only jewelry, exclusive jewelry. How many? 27. How many customers liked exactly 2 segments? Not 3, not 1. Exactly 3. 12 plus 5 plus 3. That is 20. Yes or no? 12 plus 5 plus 3. That is 20. How many customers did not like the book segment at all? How many of them did not like the book segment at all? What they are asking? Not liking. You are telling the people who like only books. How many customers did not like the book segment at all? How many of them don't like books? These are the people who like books. Rest all of them don't like books. So only these fellows like books. So how many? 5 plus 12 plus 5 plus 3. 25 of them. Only 25 of them like books. All others don't like book at all. Are you getting my point? Yeah, 25 people like books in one or the other way. Either by liking only books or along with clothes and jewelry. But other fellows, this 27, 3, 27 and 8, they don't like books at all. So how many? 65. 90 minus 25 is 65, or just count this 65. Done? Understood? How many of these customers liked both the books and the clothes segments? Both the books and clothes segments, B and C, but not J. B and C, but not J. B and C is this, but not J. So only 12. How many customers liked at least one? Except 8. Except 8. They like at least one. So that is 82. Are you getting comfortable with this Venn diagrams? I don't hope that, the questions with 3 segments or like 3 entities will come. Okay. Just 2 only. But when such question comes, only one question will be there with respect to wala. If 3 entities wala comes, then it is what? At least 3 questions will be attached with that. Understand? Because to construct the diagram, you need more than 2 minutes. So you have to have the benefit of that, right? So at least 3 questions attached will come. Done? Yeah? No. Next is syllogisms. It is based upon Venn diagrams only. Venn diagrams. So we are left with 40 minutes. We'll finish in 40 minutes. No issues at all. Because Venn diagrams we have learnt anyways. Without learning Venn diagrams, when you go for syllogisms, first we have to explain all these Venn diagrams. It will take 30 minutes, then go for this one. So it will take around 1.5 hours. Okay. So syllogisms, for the first time in the history of UPSC examination, it was asked in the year 2011, because that is the year when the CSAT came into play. Okay, 2010, no CSAT. From 2011, it came. Okay, 2011, for the first time, people saw the question paper and they came across these questions like some bats are rats, some rats are cats, no rat is a bat, all that thing, all stuff. People had not worried about this at all because only 2 questions had come. So somehow they made some sense and laughed at it, and some of them solved, some of them didn't. It didn't matter because only 2 questions had come from them. In 2012, for everyone's surprise, I remember like 11 questions had come from this area. And few are easier, few are tougher. Then after the prelims examination of 2012, people started thinking about this chapter. What exactly is this? Where exactly this comes? Nobody knew that the chapter name itself is syllogisms. They didn't have any idea about this. Then started the exploration of solving. Otherwise, it was just like, oh, okay, some bats are cats, make some sense, and tick the option. But when 12 questions have been asked in 2012, then everybody started searching for the books where exactly these questions come. Okay, few books were there which had given the name of this chapter as syllogisms. Then only then people knew what is syllogisms. Okay, so usually in these questions they give statements. They give some statements, some nonsensical statements. You should not question the facts in the question. Maybe it is for quantitative aptitude or logical reasoning or reading comprehension. You should not question the author. Whatever the author has said, that is right. If in the quantitative aptitude question, if they ask, a kg of sugar costs 200 rupees, you should not protest there. Inflation, yesterday only it was 40 rupees, sir, now it is 200 rupees. How will we live? We should not question. Even in reading comprehension, if they give some facts of their imagination, you should not question. Even in these syllogisms, you will come across so many statements which don't have any sense. If you go for the factual details of that one, you will simply, what? Scratch your head. So let us not focus about facts. Let us learn about the logic. Okay? In such cases, like some bats are cats, all rats are bats, like that. So here we have to catch hold of 3 important words. First one is some. First one is some. Next one is all. And next one is no. When no comes, life is very simple. But when all and some comes, it becomes complicated. Okay? And after learning the chapter name as syllogisms, you have to do the solution also. No? It is not like in the examination you will say, this is the problem of syllogism. You will get the marks. No. You have to solve it, right? But how to solve it? People used to do some alak-bulak method and get something. But when 10, 12 questions are asked, you have to have a proper method. Then one particular solution, like in some cat books, we saw that it was given as, some IEEO method. IEEO method in one book, but I tried to learn that one. To learn this one, we have to remember 11 premises. 11 premises we have to remember. By the time I remember 11 premises, I'll forget all the 11 chapters in the reasoning. So I thought it is not my cup of tea. If you want, I can learn that and teach you. That is not a problem. But during our preparation, we thought let us not waste time on this method. Let us find out some more some method. Then again research, exploration, all that thing. And finally, we came across a fact that Venn diagrams can be utilized for knowing this one. Understand? So now I'll explain how to solve through Venn diagrams. Let's say array. Yeah. Let's say some cats or dogs. Don't question, okay, sir, how can be some cats, dogs? Don't question. Okay, some cats are dogs. And we know how to write the Venn diagram. Here two entities are there, cats and dogs. So maximum two circles we can write. Now tell me, if I write this as the circle for cats, and if I want to write one more circle for dogs, where should I write? Should I write that dog exclusively outside of cats, or inside the cats, or coinciding with cats? Some kind of overlapping. Why? Because they are telling some cats are dogs. So these are those cats which are dogs also. What about these? These are only cats. These can't become dogs. And these are only dogs. They can't become cats. And the outside world, neither cats nor dogs. Done this one? Understood? Now, upon this statement, what all conclusions we can draw? Now tell me, upon this statement, I have drawn this diagram. Yes? Now tell me, my conclusions, like I will go on telling the conclusions, you have to tell me yes or no. When they say some cats are dogs, some dogs are cats? Yes? All dogs are cats? All cats are dogs? No dog is a cat? Tell me whether my statement is right or wrong. Wrong. No cat is dog, because if you tell the answer is in no, it will be confusing. Yeah. No cat is a dog. Is it right statement? No. So when they give some cats are dogs, only we can read what? Some dogs are cats. That is the only truth that we get. Getting my point? When they say some cats are dogs, then we can say some dogs are cats. That's it. Apart from that, we cannot draw any other conclusion. Yes or no? No. All cats are dogs. So in such diagram, you have to make two concentric circles. These are the circles, this is the circle for cats and this is the circle for dogs. Does it make sense? All cats are dogs? No. Tell me, all dogs are cats? Okay, don't see the diagram, okay? Don't get confused by the diagram. When I say all cats are dogs, in a reverse way, can you say all dogs are cats? There will be some dogs which are not cats. Yes? So, while you are writing this sentence, take the first entity as the inner circle and the second entity as the outer circle. That is the way of writing it. Okay? All cats are dogs. Now tell me, when all cats are dogs, all dogs are cats? These dogs are cats, but the outsiders, these dogs are not cats. Yes? Now tell me, when I say some cats are all cats are dogs, when I say all cats are dogs, some dogs are cats? Sure. So when we say all cats are dogs, In the reverse way, what we can say? Some dogs are cats. Apart from this, we can't conclude anything. Getting my point? Yes? Then, no cat is a dog. Or they can give none of the cats are dogs. How do you write? Very good. No cat is a dog. So can I tell no dog is a cat? Yes. When no cat is a dog, can I say no dog is a cat? Yes. So while reading this one, we can also read like this. No dog is a cat. Can I say some dogs are cats? Can I say some cats are dogs? Can I say all dogs are cats? Can I say all cats are dogs? So only one thing I can say, when no cat is a dog, none of the dogs are cats. Done? So with these things, what do? We create diagrams for every sentence. We create diagrams for every sentence. Then we club the diagrams. When we club the diagrams. And the way of clubbing the diagram is to write more exclusive diagrams. See, when two diagrams are there, when you are clubbing them, you can draw like 3 different diagrams. But in the examination hall, you cannot draw such or so many diagrams. You have to try to rule out the conclusions. Your aim is to what? Not to select the conclusions. Your aim is to reject the conclusions. You have to go with that attitude, that you have to reject the conclusion. Even in 1% of the chances the conclusion is rejected, that conclusion is not true at all. Like, let's say there are 3 options. 3 options in the sense, like there are 3 possibilities of diagrams. And your conclusion has to be true in each of the diagrams. Then only you can say your conclusion is right. Even in one of the diagram, if your conclusion cannot be drawn, that conclusion is wrong. So here what we are doing, first we are drawing the diagrams for each sentence. We are trying to club the diagrams in such a way that we are trying to discard the conclusion. As far as possible, we are trying to discard the conclusion, not to select that. Even if you can reject the conclusion in one of the cases also, that conclusion is wrong. When you are selecting one conclusion, that conclusion has to be right in all this thing. Getting my point? Yes? For example, I have asked you to choose white balls. White balls. You will focus on only white, right? All other color you will go on discarding. So like that only, all the conclusions we will try to discard. In that, if we get the solid conclusions which are true in all the senses, then we will take those conclusions. We will solve the questions, you will understand. Now, see, for all the questions from 1 to 7, if only one conclusion follows, we have to take A. I have not printed A, B, C, D for all. Okay. So this one, and if both 1 and 2 are correct, we have to take C. And if neither of them follow, then we have to take D. Done. We'll take the first question. All the harmoniums are instrument. How do you draw? This is for harmoniums. This is for instruments. Then this is the first diagram. This is the diagram for the first sentence, right? Then all the instruments are flutes. All the instruments are flutes. Can I write like this? Now, club the diagram. Club the diagram. In what all way you can club? Now you have the relation only between I and H and F and I. You don't have any logical connection between F and H, yes or no? So this I, the circle of I is common for both. So one way of writing it is what? H, above that I, then above that correct? Correct? Any other way you can write? Any other possibility of a diagram? Any other possibility of a diagram? No chance, right? No chance? Okay. Now how do you read the conclusions? All harmoniums are instruments. All instruments are flutes. Similarly, all harmoniums are flutes. Then come in a reverse way. All flutes are instruments. Only some flutes are instruments. All instruments are harmoniums. Only some instruments are harmoniums. All flutes are harmoniums. No, only some flutes are harmoniums. Now look at the conclusions. All the flutes are instruments. Only some of them are instruments. Yes or no? Only some of them are instruments. All the harmoniums are flutes. All the harmoniums are flutes. So B is the answer here. Yes, you go on writing the answer as B. I mean, for each question you write like A, B, C, D. For this answer is B. Any confusion here? And this is the only possible diagram for these circles. This is a set of concentric circles. This is a set of concentric circles. We can draw only this one, nothing else. Yes, this is the simplest one. Next. Some papers are pens. Some papers are pens. Both start with P, be careful. So I'll write this as paper, PR, and for pens, I'll take PN. And one more diagram, all the pencils, I'll take this as PC and pens. Now we have to club these diagrams. See, there is logical connection between paper and pen, and there is logical conclusion between logical relation between pen and pencil. But between paper and pencil, there is no logical relation? Yes or no? So whatever the statements they give with respect to papers and pencils, we have to be extra careful. We have to be extra careful. In most of the cases, there will not be any conclusion between paper and pencils. Now, we have to club the diagram. Let us try to imagine the situations. Now, you have to keep one diagram intact. You have to keep one of the diagrams intact. So, I'll take this diagram as intact. Here PR and here PN. Now, I have to write PC. Where all I can write PC? Inside PN. This is one chance. Then, this is second chance. Third chance. Any other chance? But in examination, if you keep on writing all these diagrams, it will simply kill your time. What I would say, see, there is a relation between the pen and pencil. You try to create only that relation. You don't try to do extra relation between the paper and the pencil. Here, the most exclusive diagram would be this. Why you want to simply make relation with PR? Why? Don't make unnecessary relations. Here, see, I try to overlap with PR. That is unnecessary. This is not required. Here, extra, over smart, I have put into the circle of this one. That is also not needed. Which is the most basic diagram for us? This one. We don't want anything extra. Don't try to create unnecessary relations. Only necessary relation. So this is the most basic diagram of this one. Getting my point? I'll try to rule out why I have discarded this one. I'll tell you. Now go for the conclusions. Some pens are pencils. Some pens are pencils. Even in this case also. Even in this case also. So this is right in all the cases. Some pens are papers. In all the cases. But trust me, we can conclude only with this diagram. You don't have to draw all these things. Okay? When we solve further, you will get to know the importance of drawing most exclusive diagram without creating the unnecessary relation between two entities. Don't try to create your own relation. Okay? Whatever the author has said, only those many relations, not beyond that. Done? Okay. Even I am hungry. Yeah? Some pearls are jewels. So what is the answer for this? Both are right? C. Some pearls are jewels, and one more mistake the people do is while they are writing the statements, they will read conclusions also. Sometimes they make diagrams for conclusions. That is a possibility. So be careful, you have to make diagrams only for statements. From there you have to draw the conclusions. Okay? Now, some pearls are jewels. Some pearls are jewels. Some jewels are ornaments. Some jewels are ornaments. So, some jewels are ornaments. Possible diagram. Keep one diagram intact. Keep P and J intact. Now I want O. The simplest way of writing O is this. Simply don't create relation between P and O. If you create the relation between P and O, it will appear like this. Yes or no? Yes? Now, check the conclusions. Some jewels are pearls. Yes? Correct? No? Some ornaments are jewels. That is also right. Here also right. So both of them are right. C is the answer. Okay. Next. Some kings are queens. Don't question, okay? Already we are hungry. There are chances that we get angry also. So, some kings are queens and all the queens are beautiful. All the queens. And don't question this also, okay? Now, the most simplest way. I will not draw one more diagram. I'll try to club here only. I'll put B here. Is that fine? One more way of writing. Extend this circle of B even for K entirely. Okay? But that is not required. Now, see the conclusions. All the kings are beautiful? Only few of the kings are beautiful. But you can ask me, sir, we can write this diagram, no? Here K, here Q, and here B. Though my first conclusion is right here, but here it is wrong. I told you, if it is wrong in even one of the diagrams, it is wrong. So that is why I don't take other confusion at all. The most exclusive diagram you take. So all the kings are beautiful. All the queens are queens. Only some of the queens are. So D is the answer. Done? Yeah. Next. All the pencils are pens. All the pencils are pens. And all the pens are inks. This is the only way. This is the only way. Now conclusion. All the pencils are inks. Yes. Then some inks are pencils. Yes. Yeah. Next. Some cows are crows. Some cows are crows. Some crows are elephants. This is the most exclusive diagram. Don't take elephants near cows. Okay? Now, conclusions. Some cows are elephants. No. Some crows are elephants. Sorry, all crows are elephants? Only some. Is that fine? Any confusion? Yeah. All cats are dogs. All cats are dogs. And all cats are, this is a special situation, you know. Black. How do you write? How do you write? Don't make unnecessary diagrams, but some of the diagrams are required here. So I'll keep this intact. C and D. One chance of writing B over it. And one more chance. B first, then D. One more chance, I'll tell you. Anyway, C inside. Here this is B. And here this is D. Possible? Possible or not? Yeah, this is special occasion. Let's see the conclusion. All dogs are black. All dogs are black here, but here only some. So here this is discarded, means don't go for the next diagram at all. So this is wrong. Our aim is to make the conclusions wrong, not right. Then some dogs are not black. This is a very special statement. Some dogs are not black. What about this? All dogs are black, no? Our conclusion is already defeated. Here, yes, some dogs are not black. Fine. But here, in one diagram, our conclusion is defeated. So our main aim is to what? Discard. Or not to draw the conclusion. If at all we are drawing the conclusion, it has to be right in all the cases. Right in all the diagrams. Done? Yeah. Any confusion here? This is like higher level of imagination. Yeah. And when they say like these two circles, don't make them equal also. B is equal to D. Don't make them equal also. Because all cats are black, all cats are dogs. Don't make the circles of dogs and black as equal. That is also wrong. You have to think of all possibilities. Next. Some rats are cats. Some rats are cats. And some cats are dogs. Now, one more entity has come, that is cow. They are telling no dog is a cow. So, they have given only the exclusivity between dog and cow. So, where should I write cow now? Away from this one? Or what I can do? I can take the cow and join with cat. I can make it to join with rat. Or I can write inside the cat, inside the rat, or in the juncture of rat and that is all imagination, but that is not required. Okay. Only thing, the cow and the dog has to be far off. They should not be together. Yes or no? Now, draw the conclusion. No cow is a cat. You want to defeat the conclusion always. No cow is a cat. Can you conclude this? In this diagram, fine. No cow is a cat. But is it the ultimate diagram that we have? This can come and join here, no? So, this is gone. Now, your life will become even more hell. No dog is a rat. In this diagram, no dog is a rat. Yes. Look at the statements. Some cats are rats. Sorry, some rats are cats. Some cats are dogs. And they are asking what? No dog is a rat. Think of only these three. Can't I write this diagram? Can't I write this diagram? No dog is a rat. But in this one, see, when no comes, it is very easy to write the diagram. To conclude, you have to be extra careful. Here, dog is away from rat, correct? But is this the final diagram? In this diagram, I can have the dog along with rat, right? Is there any restriction? But here you have to go with the mindset to discard. Whatever the conclusion comes, let me try to discard it first. If I can't discard it at any cost, then it will be right throughout. Done? Yeah. Then, some cats are rats. Yes. We can't deny this fact because they have given here. Some rats are cats. So, in reverse way also, we can read some cats are rats. Then, only 3 is the answer. So, quickly, other few questions. Some radios are mobiles. Some radios are mobiles. All mobiles are computers. So, I'll write the diagram here only. All the mobiles are computers. I can put this computer over radio also. Not an issue. Then, some computers are watches. Some computers are watches. This is the most exclusive diagram I can draw. Yeah. Now let us see. Because no is not there. If no has come, then like we have to be extra careful. Yeah. Now conclusions. Certainly some radios are watches. There is no logical connection between radios and watches, right? And he is saying that to certainly. No. Certainly some mobiles are watches. See, here can be, might be, maybe are different from is and are. Is and are definite. Can be, maybe, might be, these are all not. So, are you seeing anything with respect to maybe, can be? No. They are telling certainly some mobiles are watches. Is it? See, mobile is having logical connection with radios. Some mobiles are radios, I can say. All mobiles are computers, I can say. Only that much I can say. And with this fact, I can say some of the computers are mobiles. And some of the radios are mobiles. But there is no logical connection between the mobiles and watches. So here, certainly some mobiles are watches. They are far off, no? They are far off. So, neither. Okay, fine. Some cats are almiras. Some cats are almiras. Some almiras are chairs. All chairs are tables. I can take only this much. This T can be put over A also. This T can be put over C also, but that is not required. And this chair can come and have connection with C also, but that is not required. Now, let us see the conclusions. Certainly, some almiras are tables. Yes, because there is a connection between almira and chair. And chair has to come inside T only, tables only. So that is why we cannot do away with the connection of A and T. That is a natural connection we have. Yes or no? There is a natural connection between A and T. We cannot discard this fact. So, certainly some almiras are tables. This is right. Some cats may not be chairs. See. Try to see this. Focus on only cats and chairs. In this diagrams, they are away. I can bring this and fit with this one. So, cats can become chairs. Yes or no? Cats can become chairs. Yes or no? Then, what all that I can do? I can put chair inside cat also. But there has to be a connection between what? This one. So, if you take the cat's almira and chair, cat's almira and chair, you can draw this diagram. Then cat's almiras and chairs, you can draw this diagram also. But now see, some cats may not be chairs. Some cats may not be chairs. What if I draw this diagram? C and A here only. C and A here only. Now chairs. Can I draw this? Yes or no? Can I draw? Only they have given the connection between some almiras and chairs. That is correct, no? Possible, right? Now read, some cats may not be chairs. In this case, some cats are chairs. They are only, but these are those, these are those cats which are not, but they are telling may not be. Okay, there is possibility, may not be. Here, all chairs are not cats and all cats are not chairs. Some may not be. Possibility here also. In this one, some cats may not be chairs. Some cats may not be chairs. But in this case, all cats are chairs. Yes or no? Can I draw this diagram or not? All cats are chairs? So this is defeated. They are telling may not be chairs. But here we are saying all cats are chairs. Any objection to this? What if this was some cats are not chairs? This is okay. Here, fine. Here, some cats, but here, all cats are. So when they say all cats may not be chairs, so that would be defeated. Yes or no? If you have any objection, you can, again, in the next class, you can ask me. Okay, let's see. So here, some cats may not be chairs, that is a wrong statement. You think over it, okay? You think over it. So for me, only one is the answer. See, wherever you get a question mark, you can always think over it later, but not now. We'll go to the next question. All colors are pleasant. All colors are pleasant. This is first. Some colors are, okay, let us not draw the diagram and get confused. Let us solve like that only. Examine the following statements. All colors are pleasant. And again, these questions also, if you read this sentence thrice, you will not reach anywhere. You will get confused. You will get out of the hall because it will be so frustrating. Yeah, all colors are pleasant. Some colors are pleasant. No color is pleasant. Some colors are not pleasant. All possibilities they have given. Yes? Now, given that statement 4 is true. Statement 4 is true. Some colors are not pleasant. What can be definitely concluded? Don't come to these options first. When you see these options, your life will be even more worse. Now, some colors are pleasant. Can you say all colors are, some colors are not pleasant? Can you say all colors are pleasant? Mark that one first. Some colors are pleasant? Yes, but let us have a question mark. I'll tell you why. Some colors are not pleasant. No color is a pleasant. I'll put a question mark. I'll tell you why. Only this can be concluded, that when some are not, if somebody comes and say all are pleasant, you will kick him away. When you are saying some are not, and one person will say, for example, in this class only, I will say some are not intelligent. I'll say some are not intelligent. Outsider will come and say all are intelligent. I'll kick him away, right? Now, I say some are not intelligent. I have taken only few. In my hand, there are only few. I say some are not what? Pleasant. Some are not pleasant. Can I conclude some are pleasant? How? I'll tell you the reason. Colors and pleasant ones. Colors and pleasant ones. Let's say totally 4 colors are there. I'll put all 4 of them here. Okay? And 0 here. I say some of them are not pleasant. Even 0 cannot be fit here. Understand? But I cannot conclude about the others whom I don't know. I have taken a few and saying these are not pleasant or some are not pleasant. I have not checked the others. I cannot conclude this wholesale. There is a chance that I will conclude, but I have not tested the others. Getting my point? Then, no color is a pleasant. That also I can't say. What if some of the others are pleasant? I can't say. With full confidence, I can say only this. This I can conclude. But with that, I need some more justification. But this is for sure, I can say, all are pleasant can be like discarded. Now see, one is false for sure, go for only that. Wherever there is a chance of, like questioning, you put a question mark on that. Don't conclude it. And this is a special question. All other questions, what we have seen so far, it is different and this is different. Okay, done? Now, if I say this statement is right, some colors are pleasant, which can be pakka wrong. Getting my point? Yes. When some or not is there, all is pakka wrong. When some are there, then no is pakka wrong. That much you keep in your head. That's it. Done? All other things can be solved with elimination. Okay. So these are quickly, we'll do this or you do it at house because there is no special thing here. Whatever that we have done, like it is similar to that, but the way of asking the question is different. Okay. So you try to solve these things, like how many are there? 5. 12 to 16, no? How many? 4 or 5? Okay. If you don't get, you can approach me personally. Okay? Fine? Done? You are hungry, I am hungry. Let us not get angry. Because hunger is the base of anger. You have experienced it, right? Especially when you are hungry, you go to hotel and the service is late. You will shout. And your mood is gone, your day is gone. Yeah? Fine. This is one more way of understanding what? Our own emotions. The first criteria for emotional intelligence. Okay? Thank you very much.